All right, so you want to grow and you want it to be fast, right? You're tired of struggling with being triggered and it's ruining your relationships, and you feel, needy and wanting, or never sure of yourself in a relationship, and different things trigger you, and you have very strong emotional reactions and you want to fix it. Therapy takes a long time, right? It's a lot of money. It's an hour a week. Is it really going to work? Is it not going to work? What if you could fix it in 60 seconds? So let's talk about it. I'm Zalman Nelson, an online therapist. I help people uplift their relationship with themselves, but then helps them uplift all of their other relationships around them. So let's get into it. The issue is feelings. We don't know what we feel. I challenge you right now, think about it. How many feeling words do you have? If you've got more than happy, sad, angry, you're doing pretty well. Most people don't have any vocabulary. We just don't grow up with it. We just don't know it. Unless you somehow had a class or your parents were emotionally enlightened, we don't know the vocabulary. And knowing the words is important for so many areas of life. You see many areas, if you take on a new skill, if you move in a new direction, new career, there's always new vocabulary to learn about it. We struggle to build a relationship with ourselves, to be aware of what we feel, because we do not have the vocabulary. We can't name it. If I can't name the feelings, I can't work with it. I can't hang out with it. I can't connect with it. I can't get to know it. And so we spend our lives avoiding ourselves, running away from ourselves. All of the addictions basically boil down to avoiding feelings because we don't know what else to do with it. Feelings come up and we need something to do. I don't know what to do. I'm going to avoid. Blaming, projecting, anger, rage, all of this is anything but feel. Let me avoid it, right? You push my buttons, let me push your buttons quickly so that the topic of the conversation is now you and not on me. And this is what a trigger is. As we are connecting with people and talking to people, the emotions are coming up for us and we're not aware of it and we don't know it. We're not even aware where they're coming from, If your friend comes late and doesn't message you, if your partner comes home late and doesn't message you, and you're upset about it, but your reaction's really, really strong, what's that about? It doesn't make sense that you're that level. And people say, oh, you're overreacting, right? And they try to mean you're overreacting, therefore you should shut the whole thing down. No, I'm reacting to you. I'm reacting to the situation, to the feelings that you are bringing up for me. Because remember, nobody makes you feel anything. They just bring up feelings for you. And so in that moment, why am I reacting so strongly? Well, there's something similar about that particular moment, the feelings that I'm putting me in touch with, and it's the person's reacting. On one hand, reacting to the person was late. I'm upset. I'm allowed to be. At the same time, it's the same feelings I had when I was abandoned in different ways as a kid, repeatedly over and over again. Because that is similar to this. I'm going to take that and put it on top of this, and I'm going to throw it all at you and react to you. There's fire, and I added gas, and now I'm reacting to both of it, and it never works. Are you a couple struggling with the same arguments over and over and over again? Do you keep finding that the same boss with the same types of situations over and over again? Feelings is your key. Why is it 60 seconds? Why is 60 seconds enough? If you could give me 60 seconds, and the truth is, even 30 seconds, even 20 seconds, to connect with what you feel. And here's how it works. But the key is consistency. It's less about the time, the amount of time. It's more showing up for yourself consistently. Go to Google Images, search feelings chart, pick one that you like, download it on your phone, print it, have it on the table. And then the next time you notice you're triggered, if you can in the moment and you're not talking to somebody, if you can take a break or reflect back on it. 5 minutes later, half hour later, a memory comes up from a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. There's a whole bunch of feelings that are sitting there that you never got to know. I noticed this as I was talking to people and they would tell me in sessions, this happened and that happened and I said and he said and then this and then this. I said, okay, but I'm not hearing something. What about you? What were you feeling in that moment? It was almost always silence. We don't even think about it. We don't even consider it. This is how you break it. This is how you change it. This is how you become untriggerable, is that you get to know those feelings. You have a choice in life. One way or the other, we're going to try to get to those feelings. Either we're going to continue to attract the same types of people, situations into our life that bring out the When you do this, I feel like this, and I wish instead you would do this. It's way better than saying when you do this, it sucks and you're a jerk. Not very encouraging. Way more informative and more embracing and empowering to speak in when you do this, I feel like this. So that's one thing. Another part is the validation piece, is that we have a need to feel heard, to feel understood, to feel accepted, to feel affirmed. Many of us are lacking these things since we were kids. We've continued to seek it out from other people. External validation, ring a bell? Validation addiction. We've continued to seek those needs out externally to this day. And we're stuck trying to get it from external sources until we break out and we become the source. The process of stopping what I'm doing and tuning into what I feel is basically an implied powerful statement from myself to myself. I'm worth the time. I'm worth the time to tune in and connect to what I feel, to get to know what I feel. When you do that regularly, you're affirming again and again and again, you count, you matter, you're important, you're valid, you're worthy. And when you look at the feelings that you have, that's validation. When you look at the feelings that come up, and you don't pick on yourself, criticize yourself, or put yourself down, that's unconditional acceptance. So the very core emotional needs you needed, never got, continue to seek desperately from partners, and it ruins your relationships. You now become the source because you have two parts. There's a kid part that was you until you were 12. Around 12, 13 years old, an adult part kicks in, right? That's the part of you that believes and has confidence and knows you have worth, but it's facing against this kid part that goes, I don't have worth, I don't have value, I don't count, I don't matter. And the two of them are now connected, and the two of them are working together. You are validating yourself, affirming yourself, reassuring, self-soothing, all the good stuff, and it's done consistently. And that's why in 60 seconds a day, with a feelings chart, you can process the trigger moments and build up and develop your sense of worth and value and confidence and vocabulary, and your triggering goes way, 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 way down. Thanks for listening. Click the subscribe button. It helps me get more of these videos out. Also, click the bell for notifications and share with people struggling with triggers who need to hear this. Thank you so much. Tune in soon.